And we're live. Good afternoon, everyone. We are here with Chris and Kyle.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
How are you guys today?
Good. It's a little bit cold here in Kansas City, so I am getting prepared for that. That first day of the year is always like twice as cold as all the other cold days, but
Yeah, relatively cold.
yeah, relatively cold.
Okay, so on this Friday, we're going to do something fun, kind of getting to know the guys a little more. So our question today is, what advice would you give your 18-year-old self?
Man,
You're up first, buddy.
dangerous.
You're older than me.
Well, since this is not HR Free Friday, let me think about that. I find it really interesting that we do what we do now versus what we went to school for, which I guess you use more of your talents than I do. I went to design school, and I'm not exactly working in a design office now, although design is important to us. I wish that I would have known some of my other passions, like for business, and been able to take more coursework like that rather than following whatever path that I thought I needed to have when I was 18, right? And like maybe either diversify a little bit more, but you feel so pressured into like picking your thing and sticking with it and getting through college.
Good point.
So
That's a good point.
I would probably give myself some advice around exploring some of your other passions or what you might be good at for your personality versus like the career path that you've already set somehow fictitiously for yourself by the time you're 18.
Yeah, and you don't really know yourself when you're 18, right? You're still trying to figure out who the heck you're going to be and comparing yourself to others at that point. And so it's really just kind of set the course and go for it.
That's true. I wish we had a prom picture that we could float in right now of what we look like when we're 18. That would be really funny.
I didn't go to prom with you.
That is true. I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, okay.
But-
I'm confused. For me, a couple things come to mind. One would be the easiest one, which is travel more. I've been a really financially prudent guy. I guess frugal would be another word for that. And so saving and not living in debt is one option that I chose. But on the other side, I wish I would have gotten out of the country and traveled more and experienced a lot more cultural stuff when I was younger. I didn't choose that path. That's not really in my DNA. That's not really how I was raised. So I haven't chosen that yet. And it's easy to just get in this mindset and grind away. Even with
You'll
what we
do it tomorrow.
now.
You don't need to do it today.
And there's only so many tomorrows. You wake up in your mid-30s and you haven't traveled as much as you want to. So I guess I wish I would have started earlier. But like I said, financially stable and so I'm not disappointed by that. The other thing that I was thinking of too, which ties in more to the business, is the power of positive thinking. I wasn't super into that when I was young. I didn't have a lot of positive mentors in my life, or at least not as many as I was hoping for. And so even early on in my career, it really didn't, it took me a while to figure that out. And actually, it wasn't until he and I joined up and had some really awesome mentors with our Spark Lab Business Accelerator we joined that really helped us, help me specifically figure out positive thinking.
That's good. Sounds like you need to manifest yourself some travels, my friend.
You want to come along?
I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see. I think that also plays into the whole, every stage of your life you get busier and you look back and you go, I wasn't that busy.
It's true.
To realize no matter how busy you think you are coming out of high school and applying to college, that those are some of the years that you can do some of those adventures or a bigger project or work for a nonprofit that you may not be able to break yourself out of your career track later. That I wish I would have taken more time to enjoy some of those things then.
Yeah.
But it's hard. I mean, you can't. You're in your own perspective. But yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool.
That's awesome. I love that advice. And I want to give a shout out to Pamela, of course, watching. Thank you. And anyone else that's watching, you can say hello. If you have any questions for the guys, you can answer or ask them. But I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up. And if you have advice you'd give your 18-year-old self, post them in the comments. We want to hear from you too.
This is a PG-13 feed, so keep it kind, people.